I like your eyes. They are green like an apple tree. And I love the way your fringe frames your face so perfectly. You taught me to feel again, to share my mind, to let you in. It's so much harder to love when you've never loved before. I could lose it all.
Let's be 16 again. There's no pressure, we can see how this goes. Let's just be free together. We can make mistakes, the world is ours to take. I know, you know, something special is growing here. But if you never have rain, you'll never know how bright the sun can shine.
We are the Terrible Twins. I'm Stephen Swinbank, and next to me is
Andrew Swinbank, and we had the pleasure of being at Kingham from 1962 until 1967.
You taught me to feel again, to share my mind, to let you in. It's so much harder to love when you have loved before and lost it all.
Let's be 16 again. There's no pressure, we can see how this goes. Let's just be free together. We can make mistakes, the world is ours to take.
I know,
You know, something special is growing here. But if you never have rain, you'll never know how bright the sun can shine. I know, you know, it's growing here.
But if you never have rain,
But if you never have
you never know how bright
rain,
the sun can
shine.
well, we were both vicar's sons, and our father decided we should be sent away from London, the vicarage there, to Kingham Hill, because vicars get moved from parish to parish, and our father wanted us to get good education. And they found Kingham Hill could give an education for vicars' sons and orphans. That's what we understood back in the 1960s. So one of us came free, and the other one had to pay a little bit. I think I was £300 and you got it free a year.
Who knows?
Whatever. Anyway, so that's the background to why we came here. And why are we here with hymn boards? It was because when we were about 15 years old, in 1965 or 66?
Yeah, 66.
It was Frank Ball, who used to do the woodwork at Kingham Hill School, asked us when we were 15, everyone had to have a woodwork project. And we thought we'll make hymn boards for our father, which we did.
Yeah, and then when we left the following year, we had the pleasure of taking these lovely oak hymn boards back home with us, and they then started to be used in Holy Trinity Church in Hampstead, North London, for a couple of years. And we, obviously being 16, had left school, and we both went our own ways to do other things. So we left home, and we lost sort of touch with the hymn boards. And in that time as well, the Church Commission decided to sell off this great big 800-seater Victorian church, because the land in North London was worth a pretty penny. And they did that, and some developers, so the church was knocked down. We never knew what happened to the hymn boards. And the developers built 2 big blocks of flats, and within the flats there was a tiny new, I think it's about a 200 or 300-seater little church.
There was a condition by the Church of England Commission that they would only sell the land if the developer would incorporate on the first floor a small church, and it's still there today. And it was it last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
So in 2016, my wife and I happened to be driving past Holy Trinity Church, the modern one, on the first floor of opposite Finchley Road Tube Station. And I thought, we'll just stop and have a look in there. Unfortunately, the curate was there, and she said, can I help? I said, what our names were, Swinbank, and our father used to be a vicar here for 16, 17 years. And we made a pair of hymn boards. And we wanted to know if you still use them or could we have them back? So she said she'll have a look. And a couple of days later, she sent me an email saying, we found one of them in store and the other one has been lent to another church. But they're one of them is water damaged. Anyway, 2 days later, or 3 weeks later, I went back to get them. And we both had one, and you restored yours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it so coincided with Stephen picking them up that Nancy had arranged the first Chill on the Hill.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
And Stephen lives near London, I live down in Devon, so we don't get together that often. And Stephen fortunately went and got the hymn board, so he said, well, let's bring them to Chill on the Hill, where they were made.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen mine since 1966, 67. And so we met up here at Chill on the Hill last year, and we had our boards back. And I decided, Stephen's left his and is used in a church, his local church. I got home and I thought, actually, I want to make it a bit more contemporary, because I didn't really fit in the house I lived in unless it was a hymn board, because I live in a chapel. So I thought I want to make it contemporary. So I painted it the colour, and I've put Kingham Hill. Nancy gave me very kindly the Kingham Hill logos, which I've put on it, and then some photos as a reminder of the great times that we had at Kingham Hill. And that's the story of how we've reunited with our boards, largely through Chill on the Hill, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nancy.
Yeah.
Look at this weather. It's raining like you wouldn't believe. So on Saturday, I think we had the best weather that we could possibly have. I'm really happy that you all came out.